Hello, good morning, good evening, YGG fam. We are back once again on a Friday here with another AMA, specifically a Future of Work AMA. AC, are you stoked for today's AMA?
Oh yeah, definitely. GMGX YGG fam, another night, another Friday night, and we are fully jam packed today, right? And we are. Oh, I'm hearing a feedback, so probably it is on my side. So yeah, go ahead, Colin. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll take it over while you figure that out. You probably have Discord unmuted. Shout outs to our moderators there for helping us, as always, stream directly into Discord. If you aren't tuning
Yes.
into YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, yeah, we've got an amazing guest here today. OORT and Alex, who's their product manager there, is going to be joining us, and I'm going to pull them on stage now. Alex, how are you?
Hey, I'm well. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, a little bit early here for me, but probably the same for you, as we were talking about a little bit earlier. But yeah, we're gonna dive right into OORT after we introduce our other two community guests here who are gonna be helping us. We've got Kento Jam as well as Arkmilla. Uh, Two staples from the community that I'm sure everybody are familiar with. But if not, Kento, Arkmilla, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hey guys, GM.
GMGX, wherever you guys are in the world. But yeah, Alex, I just want to dive in right away. So give us a little bit of intro about yourself and how you got involved before it.
Sure. So, my name is Alex. I'm the product manager at OORT. The product that I'm in charge of is Data Hub, which we'll dive into a little bit later. I got involved with OORT about 2 years ago. Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. Before OORT, I was working in a crypto exchange for about 3 years. And then I just wanted to move into the AI space. And that's when I was able to discover OORT. And slowly, working my path from a BD specialist going up into the product management role. And I'm here. So, yeah, let me just tell you maybe a little bit about OORT, just in one sentence, what we do. So OORT is an AI-powered data cloud that unifies global compute and storage resources to maximize privacy and cost efficiency. OORT aims to create a world where people fully own and control their data and use natural language as a gateway for effortless data interaction. So that's kind of what we do in a very short, high-level overview.
Yeah, so if you were to simplify and dumb that down, what would that sound like?
So to simplify, we're basically building the entire cycle for building an AI model. So starting from collecting data, storing data, fully decentralized, then down the line, hopefully by the end of 2025, we will release our compute product. So we are in charge of the entire AI lifecycle in very simple language.
Okay, cool. And yeah, it sounds like you guys have a few different arms of OORT. So you've got OORT storage, OORT data hub, which is what you deal with, and then OORT compute. What are the kind of differences between those three different sections? I'm assuming they all play an integral part in kind of how you build out this AI system. But could you dive into that a little bit as well?
Of course, sure. So, if we're going to look into, in order to train any model, you need to collect a substantial amount of data. Having, for example, Data Hub plays a role of we have a lot of contributors that are collecting different data, so-called quests. We call it tasks, but for this call, we can call them quests. So we have different quests. People go out, take pictures, record videos, maybe search something online, and contribute this data into Data Hub. Then, in order for us to keep this data, we need to store it somewhere, right? So we store it in our Data Hub. Why our Data Hub? Besides it being our own product, because due to our Data Hub being decentralized, we're able to substantially decrease the cost of storing data in comparison to any other of our centralized competitors, such as AWS. And then compute would be the last stage, where we have a data set collected by our contributors in the Data Hub. It's stored in OORT storage, and then we run the compute and basically make sense of whatever we collected. So let's say we collected data of AI understanding pedestrians crossing at night, which, let's say we collected a lot of videos and pictures of people crossing low lit lights. And all of this data is going to be used to train, let's say, self-driving cars to understand if there's a pedestrian crossing that the car should stop, or any other sensors which are helping the cars to prevent such collisions. And then when we use compute is going to make sense, and this data, once it's going to be run, will be used to train those cars and understand what exactly is going on.
Gotcha. So it's pretty much all three of these are following kind of the general route of how you have to go, right? You have to get the data first, store it somewhere, usually a large data center. Then you got to feed that data into a data hub, and then you got to compute it, obviously, run the AI, and go from there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but Data Hub basically serves as the place where we collect all of the data for those models.
Gotcha.
All of the data, yeah. So basically, this way we're able to have unique data for all of the data sets that we're building.
And now, when we're talking about, I guess, the data labeling side of things, which I think our YGG community side is fairly familiar. We've worked with a few projects before where they've come in and we've had our community actually label certain things. But what is the big importance of data labeling, and why is it so essential to training like high quality AI models?
Of course, because when you're labeling data, especially when you have humans labeling data very carefully, you're able to explain, let's say you have a picture of a busy intersection, and your goal is to highlight people that are crossing this intersection. So you'll be labeling that, okay, this is a person, this is, let's say, a dog, this is a cat. And this way, the AI will be able to easily, basically will be able to easily understand, okay, this is a person, this is a cat, this is a dog. And when you have a lot of labeled data, then wherever technology you're going to be feeding this data into will have a clear understanding of, what it's seeing and how it should interact with those objects, let's say on the street. Gotcha. And we are launching the data labeling product later this year. So I'm not sure which is it going to be, Q2 or Q3, but it's going to be coming down the line.
Okay. And will that be done on like a website, or are you kind of building out some sort of game, or can't really tell us?
No, I can. Why? Currently as a product manager, I'm looking into both. I'm looking into mobile for like a simple data labeling, like a very, very simple where you need to label maybe like 2-3 objects. And then obviously we're going to have a PC version, which is going to be a website where you would be able to, using different tools that are going to be implemented into the website, to carefully annotate, label, let's say a big picture that has over 10 plus objects that you need to actually like make sense out of.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now, Arkmilla, Kento, and AC, maybe you guys just want to chime in here from your experience. I know we've had a few data labeling products join us before, like Navigate, who has like a Pokemon-esque game. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, Alex. But yeah, what do you guys think about the data labeling space and stuff like that, just from a community side and experience?
I'll go ahead first, sure. Well, as for my experience, I really like doing these things. Maybe because I'm just a nerd. Well, what I like about data labeling is that I also get to learn things from the things that I'm labeling. Sometimes I would encounter something that I don't understand, and it makes me go search the web. Oh, what is this thing? What's it all about? So data labeling is actually one of the things where I get to learn about other things aside from doing the tasks. So yeah, it's two birds with one stone.
It's not just training the AI, it's teaching you as well, I guess.
Yeah, I get a lot of fun out of that.
Yeah. Kento, AC, what about you guys?
Yeah, I agree with Armila there. So based on the experience, at the same time while you are doing the data labeling, so anything that you don't know within the topic of the data sets that being provided on the data labeling system gives you more knowledge as well. While you train the AI system, you also are training yourself. So it's a quite rewarding thing for the users and the data set. So yeah, very, very interesting age we have here.
And Kenta, what about you, bud? Did you try out any of the data labeling gap programs that we had previously, or are you experienced with it from maybe something else?
Yeah, my experience different, and also the this season 8 AI Cup. Um, Everyone in the community try it, and their feedback is good, and we try it. As Carmela said, as we data labeling, um, we gain knowledge about it. Per example, is about to label data quest about in the arcade, which is you will categorize it about the sentiments in the um, post. We categorize it the name of game. Um, Example for that, they know that it's a name of game. Also, it's they learn all about the characters in the game, and also who makes that game, and also in every different platform that they use. So yeah, gain us more knowledge and advance with. Yes.
Excellent. Thanks for that input. Yeah, so Alex, on that note there, so like you said, your product for the Data Hub is slated for later this year. Is there any way for YGG community members to kind of get involved now and help you guys, or is that something that you just got to wait till the product's kind of ready to go before that happens?
If you're talking about labeling, unfortunately, we'll have to wait until it gets released because without special tools, you wouldn't be able to properly label the data.
Of course, yeah. Well, that's why I was just trying to figure out if you guys had any plans to release like something quickly. But it sounds like you really want to flesh something out, and I guess we'll have you back on later this year once that tool is ready to go. Because as Arkamilla, Kento, and AC said, we've got a lot of people here that are pretty excited about data labeling. They like doing it. They like learning new things as well as helping grow and foster AI here. I'd like to just kind of poke your brain and prod around on like your thoughts on the AI space, and we touched on why data labeling is going to be so important, but where do you see the broader data labeling space opening up to? Like, do you think it's still going to be very niche with a niche community, or do you think it's going to eventually open up to the broader audience? Because I've talked with a few people before where certain everyday activities kind of end up being similar to data labeling, right? I think there was this whole thing around how Pokemon Go was actually helping train AI and stuff and build out maps better because they were actually using that data. And everybody was essentially doing some sort of data labeling. They just didn't know it. So, do you want to kind of dive into that?
Sure. I mean, my opinion is that data labeling will grow on daily basis. It's just every day is going to be becoming bigger, 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 and bigger. Because right now there's not enough data for training. How funny would it sound? Because we're running out of data. And
Wait,
right now, one of the hot topics is, besides labeling data, is data contribution. Because there's literally, we're running out of data.
which is kind of crazy to think, right? You'd imagine all this data that's been accumulated and that's on the internet, right? From how many
For
years,
years, for
right?
years, years
Like,
and years.
how would we run out of that? But also in the grand scheme of things, like how long humans have been around, the internet actually hasn't been around that long, right? So I guess on two sides of the coin there. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the point of consumption. Consumption of data is crazy right now with ChatGPT and all the alternatives of ChatGPT. And the problem is there's a lot of data, but once we run out of data, we need unique data. We need data that was not out there in the internet yet, which will allow us to make big and better AI models to train them better.
And I guess we need very specified data depending on what we want these AIs to do, right? If you want a medical AI, you're going to obviously want to train it on really good medical data, especially data labeled
Yeah.
stuff specifically to the medical field. Versus, I don't know, maybe if you're doing something in construction or finance, you're going to want specific labeled data for that from people that are already in that field.
It's going to be very niche. I mean, if you look right now at how AI is expanding, just think about it. It's crazy. Like most of the jobs that currently people are doing, and it doesn't really even matter on which level you are, junior, senior position, AI can replace you. Like literally, AI is basically able to replace so many jobs. And I think that, down the line, I'm not sure how many years, maybe a couple of years, maybe 5 years, a lot of us, we will move into working directly with AI in terms of labeling data, contributing data, so helping this AI to further improve itself. And we're going to get paid for that because there's not going to be any point of having, let's say, marketing, sales, accounting, and all those other professions, which are just going to be extinct in like 5-10 years. Even developers, like code developers, because AI right now can code on the same level as senior developers for most of the time. So that's why knowing how to label data, how to contribute quality data, I think is going to be huge in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think it's going to get rid of a bunch of jobs, but it's also going to open up a whole new host of things, just like it's always done, right? Whether
Yeah.
every technical revolution that happens, there's a disruption. Certain jobs just get phased out, but there's always, from what I've seen, there's always been a host of more jobs that actually open up versus fewer. So we lose a few jobs, but we get a whole host of new ones, far more than we end up losing. And it's the people that adapt that end up winning big. Unfortunately, the people that can adapt get the short end of the stick, but that's just how progress ends up going, right?
100%. 100%. But this will be the biggest revolution that we had so far, I think.
Of course. And like you said, data labeling is going to be at the heart of that. So I think, again, as I've talked to a lot of these people in the AI space, I think that's where, blockchain is going to play a big role, because it's going to be that much more important for all the data that a person makes to have some sort of value, right? And to be able to be monetized in some way or form if that AI is going to be using that data to improve itself, which hasn't happened, right? OpenSea, all of these things have essentially scraped the internet for whatever data has been posted up there to train itself, which is fine. But I think as we go on further, like you were saying, Alex, we need to figure out how we can turn this into some sort of economy where the people that are contributing the data, which is essentially everybody, is going to benefit from it because of how much AI is going to change the general landscape.
Yeah. Yeah, because the consumption of data, like I said before, is crazy, and we need to somehow contribute the data on the same rate as it consumes it, in the best case scenario. This way, the AI will just continue improving itself, improving, and will not stop. Not sure if that's good or bad. We will see, but
yeah, I want to just kind of again chime in here with AC Arcmilla and Kento and just see, like, what do you guys think about that? Like the broader AI, obviously the data labeling changing jobs. From your point of view, what do you guys think about that?
I'm honestly 50-50 still with AI tech. I see the benefits of AI, of course, in everyday things, especially in keeping things straight, not straight, safe rather. So we've got AI for cars. We also got AI for medical industries. And I see the importance of that since we have to make sure that there's a standard for all of these things so that it's quicker to adapt and make the rest of the world safer in a way. So that's one thing I like about AI. But my hesitance with AI is that, yeah, I'm really, really careful about the data that I give. And that's just a personal thing, however. And I'm also scared about losing jobs. But then again, all of us know or probably should know how to adapt to the changing times. And with this being around, it also unlocks opportunities like what we're doing in YGG right now. We also have data labeling jobs. Before, we didn't have data labeling jobs. And people who find about that this early also have the advantage to do so, since once they also get to know about data labeling, they can also learn how to use AI to their benefit. And I think right now, whoever knows how to navigate the space using AI would also have um, more time to do other things. So it really makes things easier for people to do and then focus on the things that they really deem important rather than, manually thinking about um, what to send or what email to send, what to write, or what prompt to think about when they're doing their creative stuff. So it really helps, especially when you're on a creative block. And I encounter that a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have something there that you can kind of bounce ideas off of in a productive way, right? Like you said, if you hit a creative wall, you can kind of put your ideas, maybe they're not fleshed out, and get some feedback or get some, other points maybe that you haven't thought of. I know I've used AI a few times for that. I'm definitely by no means great at crafting agendas or scripts for certain things, but I can post all those ideas in there, kind of give a really good prompt and get something that looks half decent out, ready to go. I also think that the Philippines and a lot of Southeast Asian countries are actually kind of at the cutting edge here, when it comes to AI and how it's being used. I think there's a stigma here in the Western world, and maybe Alex, you can touch on this too, as somebody that's from the West, that we're kind of getting slower and slower on picking up on certain things or going with the changes, versus the people that I've met in the Philippines. They're excited for this thing. They're excited for the fact that this is going to be leveling the kind of playing field, and they've been adopting the technology at a quicker pace than people on the Western side.
Yeah, that's I think a very good point because, like for example, in the U.S., that's where I'm based. U.S., Canada, EU, they're all about regulations, and they're scared of new technologies that are coming out and are trying to disrupt their comfort zone. So that's why they're trying to regulate it as much as possible. Crypto would be another good topic, about like US trying to regulate it. They're clueless of what exactly they're doing for it. They try to, they regulated Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is not considered to be a security, but everything else is considered to be a security. Even if the token or the cryptocurrency was forked from Bitcoin, it's still considered to be a security, which doesn't make any sense. But again, that's regulations, regulations, and regulations. And people that are not living in those countries, in my personal opinion, are a little bit more fortunate because they have more ability, more opportunities to play around with all of those new technologies and actually make them huge within their communities.
And like we said, as the technological shift happens, I think these Southeast Asian countries are actually going to have a leg up, right, in the next
Yeah.
next tech revolution, right? Because they're open to the change. They're actually going to have the leg up. They're going to have the advantage, which might, shift the tide or help out quite a bit. I know a lot of people in the PH, and I'll let AC and Kento kind of touch on this a little bit more. Data labeling and just in general, the whole cryptocurrency space has really been a breath of fresh air for them, and they've been at the cutting edge of actually adapting and adopting this technology the most versus Western cultures, right? AC, right, Kento?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's the new news about DeepSeek. So, mostly Asian are using it, and also I think the Western side, US are already known more about this new AI platform, which is an open source as well, where they can integrate their own data sets or their own program and run through that AI platform. So it is very interesting that some of the peeps on the Philippine sides are running their data analysis using that data platform, and then integrate data analysis or formulation of datas, like for example computing specific data sets of their research. um what, I forgot the specific topic, but yeah, it is very much evolving here as well in the Asia and in the PHI.
Kento, what about you? Like you said, you tried some of the data labeling stuff before. How do you see this like helping not only you but the community around you in PH?
Yes, I'm positive with AI. It gives opportunity to every Filipino. And you don't need any experience just to participate this data labeling. You don't need 4 years or educational background, and everyone can participate in data labeling class. And also, it helps them to earn, and also in every Filipino that were unemployed, and it will help this type of data labeling or AI to get more opportunity to everyone, also in our YGG community, which is part of our future of work. And yeah, it progress to every part in our life. And also AI help, and I heard that AI helps in medical fields, in also in everyday life what we are doing. Yes, so yeah, it helps a
Awesome.
lot.
Yeah, thanks for that. Um, Alex, I know we want to do a tech demo here. I'm just looking at the time, and I want to give you enough of a time span here to kind of show off a demo. So if you just want to pop up your screen share here, we can start
Sure.
diving into that. I think we've gone on a little bit of a tangent here on AI and how it's going to do, and I've picked you guys' brains. So I want to make sure I'm cognizant of the time that you need to show your demo here. So I'm going to pull that up on screen there, and
Sure.
I will give the floor back to you.
Thank you very much. So, I made a video just to show you a full cycle of how you submit a task in Data Hub. So, I will speak together with the video to kind of explain to you how it works. So, this is our app. It's called OORT Wallet, and inside of it we have OORT Data Hub. So, let's play it. So, this is the main dashboard for OORT Data Hub, and then I'll show you a more interactive one where I'll actually pull up my phone onto the screen. And then here we'll just focus on the active tasks. Active Ask tab basically shows all of the tasks that you're able to do right now. So let's choose, which one did I choose? Okay, here I'm showing that you can also filter. For example, if you like contributing images or maybe video or maybe audio, you can choose whichever one you would like, or you can choose multiple ones. Maybe you don't like images, you just want to see audio and video tasks, you can do that. So I decided to go with images just because I can actually showcase how that works. So here we have a task, short explanation of what exactly we're looking for, task description. So here, take a well-lit photo of piece of fruit or a small fruit plate you're about to eat: strawberries, cherries, or apples. Here we have the resolution, the file size, so the maximum it can be up to 20 megabytes, number of pictures 1, and also how long it's going to take you approximately to complete, so we approximate 3 minutes. And then the rewards. So rewards are paid in two, they're paid in OORT. So for this one, the user will get, if it's done correctly and it's validated, and passes the validation process, the user is gonna get 0.2 OORT, which is our native crypto token, and then 30 points. And I'll tell you why points are more important than even OORT in a second, once we're gonna finish this video. So we started here, we'll see my tables and all. So we see an example of what we're looking for, and I pull up my camera, snap a picture. I didn't like it. Let's retake it. That looks better. Boom, now you can verify your picture. If you don't like it, you can always retake it. Then we'll ask you to input the password. Why this step is important? Because you're not just inputting when you're inputting a password, you're basically triggering a transaction blockchain to save this data as your contribution. Because every contribution is saved on blockchain.
Oh, it's like an on-chain.
Correct, yeah. That's kind of the beauty of that. So yeah, that's the confirmation.
nice.
And yeah, now we're back onto the main screen, and we also have an interesting tab which is called validation. At the time when I was looking through it, we didn't have any active validation tasks. The thing about validation is that we're allowing our community to also validate the contributions of other users and give it a score from 1 to 5. If it's a good, if it was done correctly, follow the prompt, it's going to be a 5. If it was, it was okay, but the quality maybe of the picture wasn't good enough, it can be a 3 or 4, very depending on the user. And each data point is getting validated by at least 3 on-chain validators. So now let's get into something a little bit more interesting. Give me a second. Let me connect to my phone, and I will show you. Give me 1 second, and I'll show you how much money you can make with OORT.
Now, is that product the one that you say is coming out later this year, or is that already live?
This is live. What I'm showing you right now, everything's live.
Oh, okay, cool. So
Yeah,
there is stuff people can get in and start data labeling right now and start earning.
But again, I'm just trying to tell you that it's not data labeling, it's data contribution. It's slightly different because data contribution is where you actually contribute a unique data point.
Oh, yeah,
Such
that's
as
right.
taking a picture. Like, for example, you remember the previous example where the prompt was to take a picture of a fruit ball. So that's exactly what I did, and I contributed that data. And we're collecting a data set of different fruits. And then once we're going to have this data set, down the line, what's going to be interesting is to label this data. Okay, so we have, let's say, apples, strawberries, and cherries
Get it. Yeah.
inside this bowl,
So
and then we're going to have the people label it for AI to understand what it is.
So there are two ways. So the first is the data gathering, like getting a specific picture of an item or an object, and then
Of course.
the second one is the second feature of the app where you can earn your points as data labeling. So that will be coming in the next features, right?
Yeah, because just look at data contribution, data labeling. Data contribution is like layer 1. So you need data in order to label it. So you need a picture, let's say, of a fruit bowl in order to label it. So you have this layer 1 of people gathering massive data sets. After the data sets are collected, the next thing is going to be for contributors to label this data. And once the data is labeled, And then it goes to being actually, sent into compute to make sense of it, and actually
Gotcha.
train the model to do the whatever we're like looking for it to do.
To train it. I agree. Yeah.
So
Is there
so
any specific team for the data gathering at the moment, or is it a general request for the data gathering?
Anyone can be a part of it. That's the beauty of it. Any person in the world can download OORT Wallet and become part of OORT Data Hub and start contributing their data and actually, help the AI move forward. Because, like I said before, we're running out of data and we need data. And it's not just OORT. I'm talking about like every single AI company needs new data.
So in regards to that app, the data gathering, all of that stuff is done through the OORT Wallet app.
Correct. Yes. Inside. So once you get in, let me show you again. So let me just 1 second. Let me go out. So I have a lot of apps on my phone. So, 1 second. So we have OORT Wallet right here. This is the app.
And that's available on iOS and Android, right?
Correct. Yeah, you can go right now into Apple's App Store or Google Play and get this app, and start right away. So once you're gonna get inside, you'll just press on Data Hub. Well, you're gonna go through the registration process if you don't have the app yet, and then once you finish the registration process, you'll just press on Data Hub, and boom, you're gonna be here. But what's interesting, what's gonna be, I think, the most exciting part for the entire community of YGG is we have this very interesting feature that is called Leadership Board. So if you're going to press here, you will be able to see two different ratings. One is a regional rating, and one is a global rating. Regional rating is people that are from your region, and the region can be specified in the profile settings. Once you register, you're going to be prompted to specify in which region you're located. So for example, my region is North America, so I am 129th. So as you can see, I'm not doing well. I'm not spending much time on data contribution. I'm spending more time on building this. And then we also have a global rating. Here I'm 19,104th. So I'm way out. But what's the point of this rating? Doesn't matter if you're the first one, the second one, or maybe you're the 100,000th one. It does. It does. Why? Because here, if you're going to go into lucky draw results, and I'm going to show you results from the previous month. Here we can see how much people were able to make, or able to earn by contributing their data to us and earning points. Guys, are you still here? Because I think
Yeah, we're here.
Okay,
just-
great.
Perfect.
It's just like
No,
the
don't
side
worry.
tab. Yeah. Okay. So here you can see the results from January. Yeah. So we finished on the 15th of January. So those are the results. So here we have top 10 people in the global rating. Each one of them received 1,000 USDT for that, for contributing their data and being so active with our application. And then our top 510 users received $20 each, as you can see. I mean, this is a very long list.
And that's USD.
That's USDT, correct. So we are rewarding users specifically in USDT. Why we're not rewarding users with OORT for this, for the big prizes? Because we're trying to limit, the circulating supply of OORT. That's why it's better for us to reward users with USDT. And besides the top 510, we also had like a lottery situation for people that are outside of the top 510, where the more points you accumulated, the more chances you had to also get a prize. Different price it might be. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So people that were outside of 510, they also had chances of securing some prizes. So the more points they had, the more chances they had to actually get $5, $1, $20, $50. So we had different prizes also circulating for people that are outside. Because someone, let's say, joined a little bit later, but they're active, they're still trying to make a lot of contributions. So let
That
me
one is
see.
a good thing as well. They can touch your grass outside.
Yes, yes. And I mean, we're trying to make, there's so many ways to earn points within the application. So you get points for, second, I'm not sure why on the screen sharing it doesn't want to work well. So 1 second, let me just do it this way. Okay, so, wait, technical difficulty.
That's
I'm not sure
all
why,
happens
but
in life. Yeah,
let me just,
no worries.
yes, I'm not sure why, but on the phone it works great, but sometimes when I do screen sharing, it makes it a little bit weird. Okay, let me turn off my phone.
Me and Fallen already familiar with the live technical issues.
Oh yeah, it
As
happens all the
always, right,
time, so they're
Fallen?
unpredictable.
You're not streaming
So,
if you're not having a technical issue.
for sure, yeah. So I'm back. Yeah. So here, look, we have a lot of ways to earn points. So you can earn points by doing active tasks, which are right here. You're able to validate tasks. Validation, I mean, it's just like the matter of constantly checking it. Here and there, you're gonna get validation tasks. Currently, this is kind of a sneak peek of that information is not open yet to anyone. I'm completely redoing the validation process, which will right now the validation gets. I mean, we have around a little bit over 100,000 active users as of now, and the validation tasks are getting assigned to different users. If they're not active for X amount of time, then it gets reorganized to other users. So what I'm planning to change, I'm planning to make a validation pool where anyone can just come in and just like pick validation tasks. This way, you'll be able to earn even more points doing that. As well as, of course, we have the referral program here. The more people you invite, the better. Why? Because here, for example, for level 1, each person that joins using your referral code, you will be able to get 5% of their total points earnings credited into your account. So let's say a person, your friend, will do a task and they earn, let's say, I don't know, 100 points. You're going to get 5 points credited into your account. Oh, actually, wait, 5%. Yeah, 5 points. Yeah, and also for each referral, you're going to be getting points. So if you're in level 1, you're going to get 50 points per referral, and then each level will be basically bumping it up. So the higher you are in terms of how many people you referred, the more points you'll be accumulating from each additional referral. Plus, when your friends are active, you're going to be getting more points from there.
I was just going to ask, because we have a few
Sure.
people downloading the app right now, actually. Is there a way for us to set up a referral specifically just for YGG, and then we can share the rewards with everybody?
Yes, yes, we could do that. And actually, this is, I mean, because we're going to be launching OORT X YGG coming down shortly. And this call, I mean, I organized this AMA session specifically to talk to your community. My goal was to show this, and after showcasing the product, I wanted to ask your community, what are they interested in? What type of topics they would be most interested in terms of collecting data? Because we're flexible, and what I'm planning to do, I'm planning to make very specific tasks just for your community, so that your community will have, so they'll not miss any tasks. Because as you can see, those tasks, I mean, they fill out fast. And yeah, because we have, like I said, fairly large community already
Yeah,
inside the app. So that's why let's have a discussion. What kind of data would you be most interested in contributing?
so on that note, so like I said, for now, for the people that are downloading it right now, I guess they can just leave the referral code blank. Is there a possibility that they can just add a YGG referral code
Of
to their
course.
account later?
Yep. So guys, whoever is downloading the app right now, first of all, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And so down the line, you will have to just press on the settings, and then in the data hub, there you will see. 1 second. We did. I think we have. Yes, we have removed it for this release, but I will make sure that in the next couple of weeks we'll add the ability to add the referral code. because we were changing couple over the registration process, and we thought that there's not really much point of having the referral code after the registration. But for YGG specifically, we will definitely add it back, and yes, we'll make a specific referral code for you guys, which will give you additional benefits, and
Perfect.
will give you
Yeah.
access to secret tasks, which will be available only to you.
Oh, you hear that, guys? Secret YGG tasks coming for the YGG community that uses, I guess, the YGG referral code.
Correct. Yes. That's how they'll
Um,
get access to them.
Perfect. So yeah, the amount of people that are already downloading it and asking me like referral code or what to do. But on the
They are
note
already
of
flooding.
on the note of what data people want to see, I could see in their chat there people are already saying cats and dogs, 100%. So I guess
Okay.
animals. But yeah, guys, let's see in the chat. What do you guys? Any topics that you guys want to see data labeling? Not data labeling, data collection. So what things that you guys want to go out, take pictures of, and pictures, audio, and video of. Let's see in the chat here so we can pass it off to Alex and the rest of the OORT team. And maybe they'll develop some of these secret tasks for us in the near future. But yeah, AC, Arkmilla, Kento,
Scenery.
what do you want to see? Just for while we're letting chat kind of go in here.
Oh, I love maybe some mechanical objects. That will be very helpful, or medical objects
Medical
for
objects. Okay.
yeah, that will help the medical institution to maybe once you gathered all the data of the medical equipments or anything sort of related to medical or health thing, that will be nice. That will be a good contribution to the health community.
What
Mm-hmm.
about food? I know you Filipinos love
Food,
food.
definitely. I agree. I
100%.
agree.
So here, as
Yeah.
you can see, a lot of tasks that we currently have live are about food. So, for example, festival snack photos for Chinese New Year. We have that. And then introducing your favorite condiments. So, as you can see, we love food too. We have a lot of food
Nice.
tasks.
Yeah. Sceneries. They are saying sceneries as well.
Okay.
What other stuff, guys? Tech stuff. All right. They're coming in.
Yeah, scenery could actually be a very good data set to collect. Specific scenery obviously has to be, very specific. But yeah, I think we could definitely make a scenery data set to collect.
Oh, transportation, vehicles. Oh, maybe vehicle parts, right?
Vehicle parts. Sure, yeah, why not? Vehicle
Yeah.
parts. I think this can be a very interesting data set as well.
Oh, flowers.
Flowers.
Since yeah, our we have a big festival coming in Baguio, so probably
Mm-hmm.
there will be a lot of
A
flowers.
lot of flowers. And you see, like, for example, right now it's talking about contribution, then labeling. So here, they'll take pictures of flowers. And then obviously, there's going to be a lot of different flowers. And we need to label them. So
Mhm.
AI can understand which flower is which.
And I guess where they're from too, right? You'll have to label it,
Uh-huh.
and then
Of course.
you can even get more granular with the labeling. Like, okay, this is this type of flower. Where is this type of
Specific
flower
type
usually
of
found? Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's more annotation. Yeah, so that's like labeling and then annotating it, kind of giving all of this extra information of where is it from, what's the origin, where the picture was taken, what's the season when the picture was taken, all this information.
Yeah, for the referral code, guys, it is in the works, and we're gonna post it as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna
don't-
make this update quick.
Yeah, but don't let that stop you from getting started today if you want, right? Just get in there. You can add the referral code later. But if you
Later.
want to go collect some data, go feel free to do it now. Don't wait for that referral. Download the app and get in there.
Of course, yeah, because the cool thing about it is that you can, we post tasks on a daily basis, and there's a lot of interesting tasks and opportunities that you can earn points and then hopefully get in this to our top 10 users and actually get a grand prize of like 1,000 USDT.
And
Animal
on
sound.
animals, yeah. Um, I see a few questions here. What is the most efficient way to like do this on a regular basis and maximize rewards? Is it just logging in daily and doing all the tasks, or is there some sort of gamified strategy to it, Alex?
Well, there's also a daily login bonus. So if you log in every single day, your bonus will be increasing, and the bonus is paid in points. So this way, even if you just log in on a daily basis, you're gonna be accumulating points. Plus, just checking a couple times a day, the available tasks, whichever one you feel you're, the best, a good fit for it, just go ahead and do it. Usually the tasks that we have will not take you longer than a couple minutes. So it's pretty fast, as well as the validation tab. Validation tab is probably the simplest and the easiest way to earn points, because all you do is just, you have the prompt, you read the prompt, look at the picture, like, okay, it makes sense, it's correct. So you say, okay, I give it a 5 or a 1 if it's not correct. Usually, the validation process takes under a minute, to make a decision. It's very quick. As well as, the referral, I think, is great, because as long as you invite active friends, you'll just be accumulating passive points.
I think that's why everybody wants to use the YGG referral. Is a lot of times what we'll do is we'll have this like global YGG referral, and then whatever rewards that account ends up getting, we just resplit with the rest of the community again.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, I like it. I like this idea. Sure. Of course, then I'll try to add this code as fast as possible. The only obstacle that I currently have is that our tech team is on the Chinese New Year, which will be ending up soon. And as soon as they're back, we will add the referral code back into the app.
Gotcha. Yeah, appreciate that. I see a lot of other suggestions here. People want singing or anything to do with like instrument sounds. If we're talking about sound stuff, again, Filipinos love karaoke, so
Carry.
Okay. So, okay, I like it.
Just looking, everybody's just got random things. Arcamilla saying construction noises.
We have that, actually. We just used the
Oh.
data set for construction.
Hey, it's
noises.
legit.
It is. No, I like it. Yeah, I'm just saying we just did it.
Another
We can launch another one.
interesting was the voice from the drunk people.
I think what we'll have to do here, Alex, is maybe we'll put together like a form, a Google form, and we could just kind of put it out to the community. Yeah. And just kind of gauge what people want to see, and then you can turn that survey into like a poll, and whatever one gets the most, just add that stuff in.
Sure, yeah, no, this would be great. If you guys could do it for me, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, because my goal, specifically for YGG, I want to launch tasks that you guys are going to be excited about. The tasks that you would actually want to do, the tasks that you can relate to. So that's why, I wanted to have this call. And then if you can have this form, this will make our lives even easier, because we'll be able to make specific tasks for you guys, which you will love, enjoy, and, earn points and OORT for it.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Again, I think with the turnout that we're already getting in the response, that there's going to be a lot of people going and collecting data. It's just a matter of what it's going to be, and if we can kind of tailor that to our community, which is mainly based out of the Philippines, and stuff that they're already seeing in their daily life or interacting with, I think that would just go a really long way. It means a lot more data will be collected.
Sounds good. I can see that there's a question about privacy guidelines. So in terms of privacy, we have a few documents inside the app, which are the privacy policy, the user agreement, and all that stuff. But just kind of on high level, first, would like you guys to be safe whenever you're doing any tasks. That's one. In terms of privacy, please, we have in-app validation, then we have human validation, which is inside OORT, that are checking those tasks. The only thing that we do not accept are AI-generated pictures, We are against duplicate accounts if they're submitting the same data. If, if you have multiple accounts but you're submitting unique data from each one of them, that's fine. Nobody will flag your account for that. Yeah, but that's kind of the only things that that we mostly care about,
Oh, it's
and we just want people
interesting.
to have fun.
Some of them are trying to reach out the website, but they're getting threat secured or what other things. Probably site cannot be reached. The www.OORT.tech.com.
Give
Yeah,
me a sec.
I'm having no problems getting into it AC, so
Me too.
For
Yeah,
me, it's good as well. Yeah.
yeah,
so
interesting.
maybe their antivirus is just overprotective because
Could be, could be.
I'm having no problem at
Probably.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I just checked. Yeah, my end works fine. Yeah, guys, but I mean, in terms of downloading the app, like you don't need the website. You can just go directly to Apple Store or Google Play. Type in OORT Wallet, and it's gonna be right there.
Yeah, I already see a few people going in. We did have a question from somebody that just downloaded it. I guess once
Sure.
you get into the app, it asks you which product would you like to explore. That's not segregating you to one side. It's just
It's not.
asking you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so just kind of the underlying logic, in order for you to fully participate in the data hub, you will need to set up the OORT wallet, which is very fast. We try to simplify this process as much as possible, but guys, please, when you do it, don't lose the secret phrase. You need it. Just write it somewhere on a piece of paper, put it away, and yeah, just keep it there. I mean, the full registration process should not take you longer than like 2-3 minutes before you get into the app.
yeah, and then you can jump between the wallet and the data collection side of stuff, the data hub, as you please, right?
Yeah, yeah, you have it right in the center, the data hub button. You press on it to get into data hub. On the left side, you're gonna have your wallet, which again you can utilize for different crypto tokens if you want to store something there, as well as when you're gonna get rewards, your OORT plus your USDT rewards will be stored in the OORT wallet, which afterwards you can send out anywhere you want, any exchange that supports OORT, or if it's USDT to any exchange, because all of them should support USDT.
Yeah, no, USDT for whatever reason is kind of getting the bad rap of stuff. So some exchanges support, some don't even want to touch it.
But yeah, but I mean, USDT is the most. I mean, it's stable as long as the dollar is stable.
Exactly. We are at the top of the hour now.
Mhm.
So like I said, we've opened it up for questions and whatnot, and I see a lot of people chatting, which is amazing. We've got over 900 people watching on multiple different platforms, which is super exciting as well. Seems like a lot of people are stoked about AI, data labeling, data collection, and everything in between. But before we hop off here, I just want to give um, some time for Alex for you to kind of just wrap anything up, plug whatever you want before we kind of end off here.
Sure. Thank you very much. So, I mean, I just would like to, first of all, before we end it up, to say a big thank you to you guys, to your community for joining this AMA session, and that I will do my best to, listen to all the feedback that we'll receive with the forum about the data sets that they're most interested in, launch that, and build the future of AI together. Because every single data point that you guys are contributing, you're helping building the future of AI and helping the progress of AI. So thank you to each one of you guys.
Yeah, it really goes close to our motto here, which is "Together we play." But maybe we have to spin that off
Together we gather.
together we gather. Exactly.
Yeah.
Kento, Arkmilla, anything you guys want to plug or say before we end off the stream? I really appreciate you guys joining and giving us like the community side of things.
Kento, go ahead.
Yeah. First, thanks for having me here, and also just follow me on Twitter, and also follow our page, Twitter and YGG, YGGPH, and also Metaversity. Yeah, and also a future of work on X, which is promoting for AI opportunities.
Yes, and our MFW. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, MFW. Yeah, just like what Kento said, follow us on our socials. YGG. We got YGG Filipinas as well. I'm also moderating YGG Filipinas, so shout out to all my sentinels out there. And yeah, Metaversity, that's all where the marshals are starting to learn, and that's where we're gonna have more marshals in the team. And yeah, future of work, that's where all of these things, all data labeling and data contribution content will be pushed out. And socials, well, I got X and Facebook, but I rarely use it. It's Arcmilla. But yeah, I'm just around Discord, so I'll see you around.
Yeah, everybody's always vibing in the YGG Discord. So if you want to come and hang out and maybe data collect together and share what's going on, definitely do that. But be on the lookout on the YGD Discord, as we will update you guys when we get that referral code here from Alex and the OORT team. And like I said, this is probably not the last time we're going to hear from you, Alex. I'm sure we'll be doing something very close in the future. Probably something once you guys release that data labeling product at the end of the year. But really appreciate you joining and educating our community here. And I think you're about to see a lot of YGG names on that leaderboard, so get prepared.
I would love to. Looking forward. Thank you, guys. And yes, whenever you guys want me to, join your AMA session, I would love to. It was fun. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it as
Yes.
always, and everybody. Together we play, or as AC said, together we gather.
Together we gather. Yeah.
I
You get
love it.
around, guys.
So catch you guys later. We will have more streams next week as always. So tune into our global hangouts always on Wednesdays and Fridays at the same time, 10 p.m. Singapore time. Follow those announcements, and as we say, together we play, together we gather. Ciao.
Ciao. Cheers.
GG's.
Thank you.